Hi, this is Chef Jamie, and today we're going to do our second part of our series of breakfast and learn how to make the perfect omelet. We're going to start with amazing ingredients. We have sweet onion, sweet peppers, mushrooms, chicken Italian sausage, cheese with some pepper jack, and eggs. We're going to start by mixing up our eggs after our mise en place is done. We're going to crack our eggs into a bowl and make sure you use a bowl that you can see if you accidentally get any shells in there before you start mixing up the eggs. We're going to make a 4-egg omelet today, and we're going to mix the eggs up really well with a fork, and we want to incorporate a lot of air. The air is going to create that nice light fluffy omelet, so make sure that you really you're kind of folding it over while you're mixing it. And then we're going to add salt and pepper. Really important to season your eggs. If you don't, you're going to have this incredible ingredients inside your omelet, but no flavor in the eggs. So after we add our salt and pepper, our everything seasoning, the WSU everything seasoning would work really well. We're again going to mix the eggs up really well and incorporate those seasoning. Then we're going to saute our ingredients for inside our omelet. We're going to add our mushrooms, peppers, and sweet onions, and a little bit of salt. And just like we've talked about before, the salt's going to do a couple of things. It's going to start building those flavors so you don't have the vegetables with no seasoning in it. But the salt also is going to release some of the moisture from the product, which is going to allow you to really get a good saute on there and get some nice caramelization. You already have amazing products in your omelet, but you want to make sure that you get some nice color on them so that when you serve it in an omelet, you have that caramelization of the product in there. As soon as your vegetables are caramelized, you're going to add your sausage. Then you're going to continue to brown just for a little bit and then set aside. For cooking your omelet now, you're going to put oil in a pan, and the pan needs to be warm but not too hot. You're going to pour the eggs into right on top of the oil. You know your pan's hot when the oil starts to pool together, but again, you don't want your eggs splattering when you first put them in, or you're going to end up with brown eggs. So you want to pour your eggs into your medium heat pan, and then you're going to start the cooking process. To cook now, the eggs will start to discolor or change color on the sides. You're going to lift up that part of the egg that's already cooked, and you're going to let the egg that's raw on top go underneath it. And you want to do this as evenly as possible, and also trying to remove any of the side little pieces of egg to get stuck on the side, because those are going to dry up. So as we're cooking our eggs, we're lifting up and making sure we get some of the egg in the middle too, because if not, you're going to have an omelet that's really odd shape. And so we also want to make sure that the pan is evenly on the fire or on your electric burner. We're going to pull some of the eggs off the top, so when we flip it, see how we're kind of pulling those off, so when we do try to flip it, it's not going to splatter. Now, the fun part. We're going to try to flip the egg. You're going to want to pull the egg down, make sure it's loose, pull it down to the edge of the pan, and just do one good flip. And there you go. The first one will probably not turn out that way, but it's worth a try. Now we're going to turn off the heat and add the cheese. Make sure you don't have any heat on, or the eggs are going to brown on the bottom. We're going to add our other ingredients, our sausage and our mushrooms and peppers and sweet onions into the omelet. Remember, the heat must be off. Now we're going to plate. You're going to just have the very tip of the omelet onto the plate, and you're going to fold it over. Make sure your plate is hot. Then we're going to top with a little bit of cheese. And the egg's going to be a little undercooked right now, but with carryover cooking, it's going to be perfect when you go to eat it. You can actually put it in the oven real quick to melt the cheese, or in the broiler, or like we would use in the kitchen, the salamander. Being able to successfully make an omelet is a great way to show off your new skill sets learned in this class. Don't be intimidated. Try using a piece of toast to flip over in a pan until you get that down. When you do make your regular omelet, please remove it from the burner so you don't make a big mess if it does miss the pan when you flip it over. I hope you enjoy this lesson, and I hope you enjoy making your first omelet.